Alright, what is going on, everyone? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being here right now, watching this video. I do really appreciate you for your time, and I'd really appreciate if you do consider subscribing, because it truly does help me out a lot. Now, we got AdinRoss, man. How AdinRoss got Andrew Tate arrested. And in this video, we're basically gonna be breaking everything down, right? On how AdinRoss got Andrew Tate arrested and whatnot. But almost all of us are very aware that, Andrew Tate was recently arrested. A lot of people did think it was for other reasons due to, Andrew Tate getting arrested in the past and stating he's going to be arrested for other reasons. But it comes to people surprised that it had something to do with AdinRoss. But we haven't seen AdinRoss and Andrew Tate together in a very long time, so I'm not sure. Maybe they talk, maybe they don't, maybe they have a relationship outside of the media and whatnot. But I don't know, man. Without further ado, let's play the video, see what it's talking about.
That you're the reason the Tates are in jail or got arrested?
I think I'm part of the reason why something happened. I spoke to Tate, and I literally, yes, I'm going to take accountability. Okay, I really up. And Andrew Tate's team confirmed that up, and Tate told me.
Every now and then we get a reminder of just how stupid people really are. And when it comes to streamers, there really is a lot of competition. But then there's AdinRoss. Words alone cannot describe how much of a degenerate this guy actually is. And you don't have to have a legal background to appreciate the sheer level of stupidity on display here. And as per usual, it gets worse, because not only did he massively stuff up, but he still doesn't quite understand why he stuffed up and made up this massive lie that doesn't even make sense. Yeah, this one's weird. Let me break it down for you. So it all started last week when AdinRoss was streaming on Kick, where he's the biggest streamer. Apparently he even owns 30% of the company as well. Anyway, on this stream, he thought it would be a good idea to flex to his audience by reading out a private message that he had received from Andrew Tate, word for word, live on air. Now, I don't know about you guys, but where I'm from, if you're mates with an international fugitive, maybe you don't read private messages out loud on the internet.
Andrew had hit me up. He said, hey, I'm going to be leaving Romania soon and probably never coming back. If you want to come over and do a week of long streams and content before I leave, I think it'll be big. And I'm sorry, he said it's basically now or never.
Oh man, I've seen that so many times now and it still hurts to watch. Let me explain. So, if you're not aware, Andrew Tate is being sued by 4 women in the UK aged in their 20s and 30s over allegations of SA and abuse dating back from 2013 to 2016. Now, they went to the authorities years ago, but the police decided that there wasn't enough evidence to pursue Tate in a criminal court, which left the 4 women with only the option of suing him in a civil court. They didn't have much money, so they crowdfunded it, and the proceedings are still ongoing. Obviously, Andrew Tate denies all the allegations, as he does for all of his criminal accusations and charges. However, even though these 4 women aren't involved in anything to do with Romania, they've been keeping a close eye on Tate and his movements, which apparently includes watching AdinRoss's live streams. So when Adin quoted Andrew Tate saying this,
I'm going to be leaving Romania soon and probably never coming back,
those girls jumped on the phone to their lawyers to let them know that Tate was planning on fleeing Romania. How do I know this? Well, their lawyers published a public statement confirming exactly that. Here's what they said. We are hopeful that the women who are the subject of Tate's arrest warrant today will have their cases handled and prosecuted differently to ours so that they get the justice they deserve. We are thinking of all the women Tate has allegedly hurt since moving to Romania, whose suffering might have been prevented if the authorities in the UK had acted sooner. We thank our lawyers, McHugh, Jury and partners who have been campaigning for the UK authorities to prosecute Tate, even if not for crimes committed against us, and who wrote to the British police last week to urge them to immediately seek a warrant for Tate's extradition to the UK, following rumours of him planning an escape. We will continue to fight for justice. Now, apparently those lawyers have actually confirmed to several publishers that it was in fact AdinRoss's stream that led them to take action. But here's the important part. The UK authorities didn't apply to the Romanian government to extradite the Tates for the crimes alleged by those 4 women. It was for additional allegations made against both Andrew and his brother Tristian from other women dating from 2012 to 2015 back in the UK. And so the Romanian judge agreed to extradite the Tates back to the United Kingdom, but only after the proceedings in Romania have been finalised. Basically, even though they were released from custody, this puts the Tates back into lockdown, and if they ever try to escape, there's an arrest warrant waiting for them in the UK, which will make it difficult for them to travel basically anywhere in the world. There are more countries that have extradition treaties with the UK than the Romanians do. And here's the worst bit. AdinRoss still doesn't understand what he did and why the Tates got arrested yet again.
Is it true that you're the reason the Tates are in jail or got arrested?
All right, so how this went down was they hit me. Well, Andrew hit me a few days ago, and he was just like, yo, like, come out to Romania, let's do some streams. And they just basically just like, you know, like, I don't know what's going to happen or whatever, but I don't think I'm going to be here. So the way I read it on stream was me kind of just trying to mask where he was at because of the swatting issues that I've gone through. I didn't want basically me to do a stream with Andrew, and we get swatted. And they know I'm in Romania. So I think I'm part of the reason why something happened, you know, with him.
No way. Because you like revealed the location, or?
I was just trying basically to hide where he was going to be for the stream we were doing to avoid swatting and stuff. But I think I was part of the reason. Yeah, I feel bad. Tate had spoke to me and he said, dude, just come to Romania. I want to give my people and your people what they want to see. Let's do some content. You're okay, and I forgive you. Because I apologize. I felt bad, bro. Like, really bad. And I really, really feel bad about that, and I'm sorry. I honestly did not mean for that to happen. My motive and my reason speaking about location was because I didn't want to get...
At least Andrew Tate is being very forgiving for, you know, what AdinRoss did. But at the end of the day, I can't really blame him for basically accepting AdinRoss's apology for the whole situation, simply because could have been a lot worse for Andrew Tate. They could have held him for a very long time, just like last time, man. You know, the first time they got him, they held him in for a very, very long time. Bro came out looking completely different. Tristian and Andrew Tate came out of jail looking completely different, things like that. But yeah, man, things, you know, didn't even last that long. But they got out, things like that. Things are patching. You know, they're still planning to do a stream and whatnot with AdinRoss. So yeah, man, let's keep playing the video, see what it's talking about.
Swatted. So I basically, which was really stupid. I up, and I'm sorry.
Did he reach out to you about it?
Yeah, we had a little convo about it. It's pretty up, bro. I feel horrible about it. I'm not gonna lie.
That's wild.
But I'm gonna go out to Romania. We're cool. He's like, yo, like, come out to Romania. Let's do some streams. I did up. I worded that really wrong. And as somebody who's on live 24/7, bro, up a lot. Okay, I really up a lot. I'm a really dumb individual. I'm very stupid. I told you guys that I think I'm autistic in some ways. And again, guys, I don't know why I worded it like this. It came out bad, and I'm sorry. And I didn't mean to do that. And I feel really, really bad. I really do apologize. I'm up, and I'm gonna continue to up and continue to learn from it. And I'm sorry.
Well, it sounds like he's learnt nothing because he doesn't understand exactly what happened. He keeps saying that he worded it the wrong way and it came out the wrong way, and he was just trying to protect Tate's location from being swatted during their live stream. But we all know where Tate is. He's in Romania under house arrest. What location were you protecting? You literally told everyone that you were going to Romania to stream with him. Where else was it going to happen? And the real issue wasn't how you worded it. You read out the text message word for word and outed him for his plan to flee Romania. That was the issue, not the way you worded it and not the location of the live stream. You snitched on your buddy Tate's plan on the biggest live stream on Kick. But the only person who really could rival Adin's stupidity was Jake Paul in that episode of his podcast from yesterday. Not only has he made a career of being Logan Paul's little brother and faking a career as a boxer, but apparently he's also living outside the Matrix. Imagine Jake Paul trying to act like he's red-pilled.
That whole situation is wild, that they're just like finding any reason to strip them down.
Yeah, it's super fucked up, bro. You know, I told you, bro, like, they've only helped me.
Yeah, the Matrix is very scary.
Yes, it is.
It's very, very scary.
Very
So let me get this straight, right? Jake Paul's complaining about the Matrix being scary on his podcast uploaded to YouTube, which is sponsored by a gambling company which he owns part of, right after he announced his latest fight against Mike Tyson, which is to be streamed live on Netflix in July. Bro, you're balls deep in the Matrix. What are you talking about? And that's what I don't get about the people who defend Andrew Tate. He himself got rich off exploiting the very men who he now apparently seeks to empower, and he brags about it.
So I'm trying to teach these women, and the women kept fucking it up. So I said to them, it's like, you know what? F it. I'm taking over. So what I did is I unplugged their keyboards and plugged a new one in from me behind the screen. So the chicks would sit there and hit a keyboard that wasn't plugged in. And me and my brother, and eventually some staff I trained, would do all the talking. The girls were just pure, just famoosers, just laughing and doing this, the tits out. And they were talking to ice cold hustlers. We were taking their money, all of it. You get a man with game and give him a female's body, a female avatar. He will fuck a guy up. I had these guys selling their houses, life savings, loans, all of it to me. Give me it all. You never
feel bad or no?
No, give a solitary fuck.
How much would you give them? Can you give us an idea of like how much money you were pulling on? Because I've seen you tweet about guys sending your girls like $1,000, $5,000.
I mean, at least he's being 100% honest, even though what he's doing is very, very bad. And I'm not trying to defend him in any way, but he could easily lie saying he never did anything and things like that, right? But at least he's being honest. And we all know there's a million other ways to get money. You get what I mean? Especially dirty ways. Because dirty money is the most easiest money, right? Like, let's be real. But, yeah, man, I don't know, man. But at least he's being honest. But it ended up really costing him and, you know, getting him in deep trouble in the future, in the present, where he's at right now and things like that. So, yeah, man, maybe he should have just kept his mouth shut. But at the end of the day, he was bragging about it. Clearly bragging about it, talking about how much money he made and things like that. But basically self-snitching on himself. But let's keep going.
In cash, just as a one-off.
Yeah.
And I know how desperate guys are. Like, what kind of turnover were you talking? And what kind of percentage would you give the girls?
Okay, so my best girl would do about $40,000 a month.
Oh my God,
Sean,
we're in the wrong gender.
Maybe.
And how much is it? 14 or 40? 40.
40.
Oh
40.
Christ, Jesus.
And I give her $1,000 a week. I give her
$1,000. Okay, so that's generous. I mean,
so she gets $1,000 a week. She gets free rent. She ain't got to worry about nothing. If I travel or we travel, I pay for everything, whatever. But $36,000 a month, I'm keeping.
Wow. And that was your best girl. What was your worst?
Well, bro, I had
The first big money I ever made in my life, I first became a multimillionaire by running a webcam studio. So I had beautiful women sitting on computers talking to guys on webcams from all around the world. That's how I first made my money. And at one point, I had 75 women in 4 locations working for me, which was stressful and the wrong way to do it. I ended up removing my army and going up to special forces of around 15 people, 15 girls. And me and my brother made a lot of money doing that. But the PhD course, degree was teaching people how I managed females in those scenarios, how I controlled their emotions, how I convinced them to work and give me most of their money, how I convinced them to share me with other women, why they obeyed me. So it was never so much about out there picking girls. It's actually.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna end this video here. Don't want this to be too long, but you guys pretty much get the idea, man. Not sure why he's bragging about all of this. And the thing is, a lot of people, he's influenced a lot of kids, right? A lot of people around the world. And he's always saying, don't let the Matrix get you. Escape the Matrix and things like that. And he's always promoting Escape the Matrix. And he's always, putting his image out to be this, good guy, this good, rich guy trying to help young men in the world and things like that. But at the end of the day, bro, he didn't. Like he said, man, when he first made a lot of money, when he first came up making his money, he was never this random rich billionaire who came up just off, investing in stocks and Bitcoin and all this extra stuff. No, bro, he was making his money the dirty way and things like that. And a lot of people look up to him and they want to make money and they just start investing in stocks and things like that. But they don't actually know what Andrew Tate really did. It was just when he had a lot of money where he could, do a lot more things like, invest in businesses and all this extra stuff, bro. You get what I mean? But, yeah, man, I'm in this video here. As you can see, AdinRoss got Andrew Tate arrested, or he was in a big part of why he was arrested and whatnot. But without further ado, let me know what you guys think, and peace out, man.